I've traveled all across this land, up the Gold Coast and back home again. Found common ground round every bend, and far fewer strangers than I've found friends. A little princess drawing at breakfast with wonder in her eyes, an immigrant on the phone with her abuela saying goodbye. Planes and trains and buses too, no us and them, just me and you. And every person's like a book with a story yet to tell, a hidden gem buried deep within the depths of their well. Hello, how's it going? How's your journey been so far? It's nice to meet you, exactly where you are. As I've journeyed far and wide, I've tried to reach out across the great divide, across those knowns and those unknowns that keep us in opposing corners so alone. This or that, insert whatever social construct that you like. I hope all our better angels take the wheel for a while. Planes and trains and buses too, no us and them, just me and you, just me and you, just me and you, yeah, just me and you, yeah. And every person's like a book with a story yet to tell, a hidden gem buried deep within the depths of their well. Hello, how's it going? How's your journey been so far? It's nice to meet you, exactly, exactly, exactly where you are. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks so much for coming to the Duck. I don't get to come to Houston very much, so it's always nice when there's somebody to sing to other than the bartender, so thanks for being here. That first song, for those of you who are new, that song's called Exactly Where You Are. And I like to almost always start with that song. It kind of is our intention setting for our time together. If you didn't get a chance to Google first, I am by and large a social justice artist, so surprise! And you're welcome. So I always like to start with that song. It kind of sets the tone for what we're going to do here tonight. We're going to talk about and sing about some important things. But at the heart of all of those conversations, and I think of these songs just as conversations, is that first idea of remembering how to talk to one another, how to listen to one another, two things we don't do as well as we used to do. And this next song that I'm going to sing for you is called Changemakers. This is the title track from my album that came out in 2021. It's a front-to-back social justice album, not the best life plan, releasing one of those in the middle of a global pandemic. But every once in a while, the songs are just a little too important to wait. And that was the case with those songs. So, as my mom, as the Reverend always says to me, all things work together for good. And that was the case with those songs. That album came out in March of 2021. And then in May of 2022, this song, the title track for that front-to-back social justice album released in the middle of a global pandemic, won the International Folk Music Award Song of the Year. This is Changemakers. Sitting alone in this hotel room, TV on, tuned into the news. And it's another day here in paradise. Mass shootings, deportations, wildfires. Meanwhile, Mr. Make America Great is busy tweeting his worst and spreading more hate. While some of us are so poor they can't afford shoes on their feet, while some other sweet baby starves to death in their sleep. Can you see us? We are dreamers. Can you feel us? We are believers. We are more than keyboard warriors. We are the change makers. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Somewhere in 100 no-name towns are 1,000,000 lives being turned upside down. And you know this is the only home those kids have ever known. Refugees from wars and regimes being overthrown. Meanwhile, too many of these United States ignore the words Lady Liberty spake. Doors being kicked down in the dead of the night. No more sanctuary cities. How's that for religious right? Can you see us? We are dreamers. Can you feel us? We are believers. We are more than keyboard warriors. We are the change makers. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And if there's anyone out there who questions what America at its very best will feel like now, remember 66 million united in love, steadfastly indivisible across countless cities and towns. Oh, the bluest wave crashing from shore to shore. And all those hate has no home here. Signs on all those doors. We know who we are like we know how to breathe. Won't you sing it with me? Sing it with me, please. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Give me the wretched refuse of your teeming shores and these, the homeless, the tempest tossed to me. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Give me the wretched refuse of your teeming shores and these, the homeless, the tempest tossed to me. Oh, can you see us? We are dreamers. Can you feel us? We are believers. And we are more than keyboard warriors. We are the change makers. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. You know, I was up in Saratoga Springs, New York, playing that song once at a outdoor music festival. And I got to that quiet part in the song where I asked if you'll sing with me, and this guy screamed at me from the middle of this field, this outdoor field, "No, you're wrong, that's crap." And I think when they were doing the intro, I mean, I can only deduce this based on his apparent character. I think when they were doing the intro, he was probably just chit-chatting, so he missed the part where they were explaining to him that I'm a Southern black woman. You know, I'm so butch from far back, it gets a little hard to tell. But obviously, I proceeded to just sing him right out of that field like any good Southern black woman would. And as he was leaving, I just kept thinking to myself two things. First, I was thinking, buddy, you really blew your shot. That's like the least controversial song I have. And second, I was thinking, thank you. Thank you for reminding everybody in this field that the loudest voice in the room is almost always only that. Just the loudest. Not at all indicative of the majority. A lesson he got reminded as all his friends and neighbors applauded him leaving that day. Well, I'm going to sing a sweet little love song for you now. This is called Oklahoma Sunset. And I always like to sing at least a couple of those sweet little love songs so we can remember what all this fighting is for. We just want to be able to love and live good, happy lives, and for our friends and neighbors to be able to do the same. So I'm going to sing a sweet little love song for you now. You know, I always talk about the social justice songs just kind of being another form of love song, because this great country that I'm blessed enough to call home, the only thing that ever seems to move this great nation forward is love. There's only ever somebody loving somebody else enough to insist on better. But I live in Tennessee, and much like Texas, in Tennessee, my love songs are feeling quite a bit like protest songs all by themselves. So obviously my set is just getting gayer and gayer and gayer just to spite them. So here's a sweet little gay one for you. This is called Oklahoma Sunset, and I hope that no matter who or how you love, you see that love reflected in this song. Mid-July, Friday night, side by side, your hand in mine, just carrying on like we do. But I couldn't take my eyes off of you. She's beautiful always. If I'm watching or not, if I do or don't say, even when the storm is rolling in, it doesn't stop her light from shining. She's in Oklahoma sunset on a summer night. Stop dead in my tracks just to bask in her light. Oh, she keeps me breathless. Her glory is endless. I hope her light never fades. She's how I wanna end every day. Come home from a long day, the sight of her takes it all away. Just sitting on the back porch, taking her in is enough to ease all my worrying. She's got a warmth about her that soothes me, a glow all around her that moves me. Even when the storm is rolling in, it doesn't stop her light from shining. She's in Oklahoma sunset on a summer night. Stop dead in my tracks just to bask in her light. Oh, she keeps me breathless. Her glory is endless. I hope her light never fades. She's how I wanna end every day. She's cool like the twilight, blue in the sky, until the pink hits her cheeks on those red hot nights. But my favorite part is her golden heart. Oh, she's an Oklahoma sunset on a summer night. Stop dead in my tracks just to bask in her light. Oh, she keeps me breathless. Her glory is endless. I hope her light never fades. She's how I wanna end every day. I wanna end every day this way. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, everybody. Yeah, I got engaged over Christmas, so it's very fun getting to sing these love songs now, especially. She and I, we do the same job. She's also a social justice artist, so you can imagine our pillow talk is so intense most nights. It's just like, God, the voter turnout in Nashville, what are we gonna do, babe? You know, so dramatic, so intense. But, you know, because of that, because we do the same job, we are kind of each other's biggest champions and harshest critics at times. And that kind of played out with the writing of this next song that I'm going to sing for you. Have any of you heard of the Black Opry? Anybody heard of it? Yeah, a couple folks. Fantastic. Black Opry, if you're looking for some non-problematic country music, Black Opry is a great place to start. It's a massive collective of black artists who sing all of the roots tradition genre, so Americana, folk, country, etc. And we do these reviews all over the country and all over the world as well. And there's so many of us, so like you never know who's going to be on the bill, but you can rest assured it's going to be a fantastic time. And I was doing one of the reviews in Durango, Colorado, and I drive like everywhere. I drove here, so I'm a little tired. But I was driving into Durango, and it was like, I don't know if the ghost of my grandpa decided to like ride shotgun with me as I was coasting into Durango or what, but it was like as soon as I pulled into town, I could not shake the hankering for a cowboy hat. I could not shake it. It was so intense. So I go downtown, I go into this little shop. I'm thinking, this is the place. I see all these gorgeous hats. I'm feeling really good. Now, one thing that is universally true, no matter what your relationship configuration is, i.e., if you are a butch lesbian or a straight guy, the rule is the same. If mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. So I go in there wanting this cowboy hat, and I know I'm going to need to run it past the boss before I commit, because she's going to have to look at it every day, and if she hates it, I'm going to hear about it nonstop. I go in, I find one that seems like the right one, I pick it out, I try to FaceTime her. I get no answer. I'm feeling nervous, but I'm feeling like me being the Aries I am, I should just go for it. It's fine. I go for it, I get the hat, I walk outside. As soon as I start walking down the little street, she calls me back. I say, baby, I got a cowboy hat. She goes, you did? I said, yeah, look. I pan out so she can see it. She goes, I felt all of the subcontext immediately. I said, baby, you don't like my cowboy hat? She says, sweetheart, if you like it, I love it. Now, I don't even have to tell you, I'm in Texas. Y'all know she neither likes it nor loves it. You know. I'm undeterred. It's fine. I'm like still rocking my hat. And it was like, when I go back to my Airbnb, I feel like the hat came with the song. I start writing this song like right away and just can't stop. I'm enjoying it so much. I write it. I write the first verse. I write the chorus. I call her back. I was like, babe, I started writing this song. I'm going to play it for you. I'm still wearing my cowboy hat. I play it for her. I said, what do you think? She says, I said, honey, you don't like my song? She says, baby, I don't have to like every single one. It's like, that is true. That is true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm undeterred. I finish the song. I fall so in love with the song. I love it so much. I love it so much. It comes time to go into the studio to record this song. So before we go into the studio, I'm looking at my list of songs and thinking, man, I really want this song to be on the new album. I really, really like it. So I say to Heather, I say, babe, I'm going to put that song on the album. She says, honey, it's so long already. Are you sure you really need to put that one up there too? Again, I am undeterred. I go into the studio. I tell the band, listen, she hates this song. I need this song to be the best song on the album. Now, Heather and I sing on each other's songs all the time. I'm singing all over her album. She's singing on a bunch of songs on the new album. We get ready to record this song. She comes walking into the sound booth. She's like, I'm ready. I was like, where are you going? She's like, I'm going to lay down the vocals. I was like, absolutely not. I do not want your bad energy on my song. Our friend Shannon is going to come in and sing. You just sit back and relax. Shannon comes in. She lays it down. It is stunning. The band crushes it. It is stunning. I go up to her afterwards, after she hears the whole thing, and I say, babe, what did you think? She says, yeah, it's really great. Some folks are just speed bumps in your rear view. You gotta learn to keep it moving when you need to. They come from out of nowhere, just tries to slow you down without a care. Sometimes in life you will find some roads you leave alone. There's a reason they're less traveled on, and some roads feel like home. Every twist and turn you know, like the back of your hand, even in the dark with your eyes closed. Yes, some roads feel like home. Oh, some folks are like white lines on a highway. They try to keep you on your path if you start to stray. When trouble seems to find you, they'll be the first ones to remind you to keep both your hands on the wheel. Some roads you leave alone, there's a reason they're less traveled on, and some roads feel like home. Every twist and turn you know, like the back of your hand, even in the dark with your eyes closed. Yes, some roads feel like home. And it's 100,000 miles between now and that old light, between what I had and what I needed but didn't know till I was leaving. Some roads you leave alone, there's a reason they're less traveled on, and some roads feel like home. Every twist and turn you know, like the back of your hand, even in the dark with your eyes closed. Yes, some roads feel like, some roads you leave alone, there's a reason they're less traveled on, and some roads feel like home. Every twist and turn you know, like the back of your hand, even in the dark with your eyes closed. Yes, some roads feel like home. Oh, some roads feel like home. Oh, some roads feel like home. Some folks are just speed bumps in your review. You gotta learn to keep it moving when you need to. And some folks are like white lines on a highway. They try to keep you on your path if you start to stray. So much. Thanks so much, everybody. Well, I'm going to sing another one of the new ones for you off of the new album. The new album is called Reclamation. And as I said, I'm a PK. I'm a preacher's kid. And this song is another one that kind of came about from that All Things Work Together for Good that the Reverend's always telling me about, reminding me about. I was supposed to go up to New Hampshire to do a little teaching at this little island a couple of Junes back. And as I said, I drive most places. And as I was leaving Tennessee, I was looking around, noticing all of these church marquees with all of these really hateful things written on them, because it was June, because it was Pride Month. And I think not just because I'm a PK, I think it's just kind of like the lowest lift of being a decent human. I just find that so wildly offensive, a place that is supposed to be the epitome of love, the epitome of welcoming, be so very antithetical to that. But as the Reverend says, all things work together for good. The route that the GPS had me take to get from Nashville to New Hampshire was an utterly bizarre route. And I know that because I am now on my fourth attempt to try to retrace my steps to go find the thing that inspired this song, and have still been unsuccessful. When I got just a little bit of ways from where I was going up there, I came around the bend on this little 2-lane New Hampshire highway and saw this church in the middle of nowhere just covered with pride flags. You know, they didn't want anybody mistaking them for tolerant. They wanted everybody to know that they were wildly affirming. And it was just such a lovely contrast to what I had left back in Tennessee. And so when I got where I was going, this song was waiting for me. This is called Like Jesus Would. Woo. In my hometown there's a church on every block. Sanctified folks who'd much rather pray for you than talk. They cherry pick the good word and hold on to the bad parts so they can willfully ignore every lesson Jesus taught. But in a town I've never been to before, I saw a church that made me want to run right through its doors. I could tell just by the outside I'd be met with open arms. Folks spreading the good news with open minds and open hearts. Pride flags flying for all to see. Black Lives Matter on the church marquee. Bet they don't just pray when the sick take ill, or just send thoughts when another gun kills. I bet they vote like Jesus would, like the choice they make might do some good for somebody. Yeah, that's my kind of Christianity. Somebody said if Jesus came back now, half the Christians in this country would try to crucify him somehow. They'd call him a liberal and hurl woke like a slur. They'd take one look at his brown skin and then probably call him worse. So this one's for those fishers of men, not the people putting evil and evangelical again. Love one another is commandment from the start. So keep spreading the good news with open minds and open hearts. Pride flags flying for all to see. Black Lives Matter on the church marquee. Bet they don't just pray when the sick take ill, or just send thoughts when another gun kills. I bet they vote like Jesus would, like the choice they make might do some good for somebody. That's my kind of Christianity. Pride flags flying for all to see. Black Lives Matter on the church marquee. Bet they don't just pray when the sick take ill, or just send thoughts when another gun kills. I bet they vote like Jesus would, like the choice they make might do some good for somebody. Yeah, that's my kind of Christianity. That's my kind of Christianity. Thank you so very much. Thank you so much, y'all. You know, I don't know why there are ever worries about me going to Arkansas and Mississippi singing songs. Well, I'm going to sing another new one for you off the album. This song is one brought to you by the state of Tennessee. What an education it has been living in the state of Tennessee in the year of our Lord 2025. My goodness. I've been down there about 3 years now. Somebody asked me the other day, they were like, are you finding it hard to write, to find inspiration in the current climate? I was like, my next 15 albums are already written. This is another one off Reclamation. This song is called Suit and Tie. And this song came about after Tennessee introduced the drag ban. You know, yeah, exactly. Thank you. That sums it up. Exactly that. Tennessee has kind of been an interesting place to call home because they kind of use Tennessee as a proving ground for a lot of these really nefarious bills. They bring them to Tennessee first, test them out, see how they do, and then they go shop them around to all these other states like Texas and like Oklahoma and Arkansas and all these other places. And they did that with the drag ban. And when they introduced that bill, the language in it was so loosely worded, so intentionally loosely worded, because it's never actually the legality that they're concerned with, these folks. It's only ever the cruelty. The language in the bill was so loose that an artist like myself, who also happens to do my job on a stage, for whom it matters to me a great deal that my shows are always all ages friendly, because I know what visibility did to save my own life, and because I always bring my dapper best. I would have been breaking the law in Tennessee every single time I did my job had that bill been allowed to stand. And gender expression, both, they are so deeply, deeply personal. They are nobody's business. Least of all the government's. We're a group of folks who swear they love freedom so much. This song is called Suit and Tie. They were a boy until they realized that wasn't them at all. Never felt like one or the other of those decals that assigned us to a bathroom stall. They turned 18, went to court, paid the fees, chose a new name to be called. They were a boy until they realized that wasn't them at all. I've been a girl from as far back as my memory recalls. Never looked much like the others. I was always too big, always too tall. Loved Carolina blue, loved my He-Man shoes and playing basketball. I've been a girl from as far back as my memory recalls. This world is a mess and it's getting worse as days go by. Uncivil unrest about who's a girl and who's a guy. But this heart beating in my chest knows the truth I can't deny. I might look good in a dress, but I feel better in a suit and tie. He's been a boy from as far back as his memory recalls. Never looked much like the others. He was always too soft, always too small. Loved to dance and sing and cut up fashion magazines for all his paper dolls. He's been a boy from as far back as his memory recalls. She's been a girl since before she knew the word trans at all. Never felt much like the others, trapped inside the casket confines of their gender's walls. Moved to Tennessee, now she's so scared she can barely breathe from all their hateful laws. She's been a girl since before she knew the word trans at all. This world is a mess and it's getting worse as days go by. Uncivil unrest about who's a girl and who's a guy. But this heart beating in my chest knows the truth I can't deny. I might look good in a dress, but I feel better in a suit and tie. Yeah, I look good in a dress, but I look better in a suit and tie. Thank you so much. Thanks so much, everybody. Do you have any Woody Guthrie fans in the room? Any Woody fans? Yeah. Woody has this really wonderful song called Deportee. It's parenthetically known as Plane Wreck at Los Gatos. And for those of you who are not familiar with that song, it was written after a plane of migrant workers was brought to the States to do some work. And when their work was finished, they were being sent home. And the plane that was taking them home crashed. And I think 37 people on that plane died. And at the time when the national media was talking about it, the national news, they just were referring to them as just a bunch of deportees, just a plane full of deportees, no real regard for their humanity, no real seeing of them, and the tragic loss of life that was. And that song has been on my heart as of late, as we are seeing what is unfolding in our country unfold. And so much of what is happening to folks who are in fact citizens of this country, folks who also have protected status, who are legally permitted to be in this country. And so I wanted to write another version of Woody's song. I wanted to write a version called Citizen. Because regardless of if the immigrant community did nothing for this country, they would matter just as much because they are human beings. Their humanity matters. Period, full stop. But the fact is, they do an awful lot for this country. I used to live in D.C. before I lived in Tennessee, and there was a shipping container that crashed into the Francis Scott Key Bridge. And 6 people died in that tragedy. All 6 of those people were immigrants who are doing that very dangerous work, because it is so often immigrants doing that very dangerous work. The song is called Citizen. The echoes of yesteryear's darkest hours are rumbling louder with each passing day. They're snatching up fathers and babies with cancer and shipping them off without reason or rhyme. In Oklahoma, a mom and her daughters were robbed of their money and newfound peace. At first, it seemed like a home invasion, but to their great horror, the shirts read police. Goodbye, Fifth Amendment, goodbye, due process, adios, mi familia, y mis libertades. They won't ask your status once you board that ice bus. They won't call you citizens, just deportees. No human is illegal, no president king, but the parchment that defines us is brittle and frail. There's no more asylum at the Mexican border, just seekers chased like outlaws, like rustlers, like thieves. They die in our hills, they die in our deserts, they drown in our oceans and crash in our planes. They die beneath the flag in war after war, but the red-hatted faithful still hates them just the same. Goodbye, Fifth Amendment, goodbye, due process, adios, mi familia, y mis libertades. They won't ask your status once you board that ice bus. They won't call you citizens, just deportees. They pay their taxes and follow the rules. Oh, they're just trying to make it like me and like you. And while families get scattered like dry leaves, the felon in chief says they're just deportees. But who do you think keeps the orchards from rotting? Or does all the jobs nobody else will? And which ones of us will they round up next? If it's happening to some of us, it's happening to us all. Goodbye, Fifth Amendment, goodbye, due process. Adios, mi familia, y mis libertades. They won't ask your status once you board that ice bus. They won't call you citizens, just deportees. No, they won't call you citizens, just deportees. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody. Well, I'm going to sing an unreleased one for you. This one's brand spanking new. This song is called Why Do You Hide Your Face? Why do you hide your face if you're not breaking any laws? Why do you hide your face if you're not doing anything wrong? Why do you hide your face if you think what you're doing's okay? Why do you hide your face? Why do you hide your face? Do you seem like a baby when you head home? Or are you plagued by the crying from dusk till dawn? You can't change what you've done, but there's still time to choose to be better, better than this. Why do you hide your face if you think history will be kind? Why do you hide your face if you think that your family won't mind? Why do you hide your face if you think those sins can be erased? Why do you hide your face? Why do you hide your face? Do you seem like a baby when you head home? Or are you plagued by the crying from dusk till dawn? You can't change what you've done, but there's still time to choose to be better, better than this. To be better, better than this. It's too soon to forgive, it's too cruel to forget. But if you took off that mask, we could see your regret. And sure, some of you will still make the same calls. There's not a mask on earth that can hide that kind of darkness below. Do you seem like a baby when you head home? Or are you plagued by the crying from dusk till dawn? You can't change what you've done, but there's still time to choose to be better, better than this. Do you seem like a baby when you head home? Or are you plagued by the crying from dusk till dawn? You can't change what you've done, but there's still time to choose to be better, better than this. To be better, better than this. Choose to be better, better than this. Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Well, I'm going to sing a song off of Changemakers, another song off of Changemakers. I have not sang this song in a minute, but with the news of the day, this one feels like an important one to sing. This song is called For the Women with Steel in Their Bones. And this song was written for Dr. Christine Blasey Ford. And there's so many women who are survivors. So many humans who are also survivors. This is for all of you. If I had $1 for every boys will be boys, I would buy some way to alter this madness and quiet this noise. For the women with steel in their bones, the ones with titanium skin, I see you, I hear and believe you. May the truth win out in the end. And she could well be your daughter, your wife, your sister, your friend. May all little boys become much better men who respect and believe in women. If I could turn back time for every woman and for every girl, I would change all of their minds about the things we accept from this world. To the women whispering me too, and the ones roaring out for their friends, I see you, I hear and believe you. May the truth win out in the end. And she could well be your daughter, your wife, your sister, your friend. May all little boys become much better men who respect and believe in women. To all of you men and women with sons of your own, what and how you teach them the things you accidentally condone will shape who it is they become. The next 2 generations of men, when they see us, when they hear and believe us, the truth wins out in the end. And she could well be your daughter, your wife, your sister, your friend. May all little boys become much better men who respect and believe in women. May all little boys become much better men who respect and believe in women. Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much, everybody. Well, I'm gonna sing just a few more for you. We're a small but mighty bunch, and I usually like to sing with folks, and I know sometimes that can be a little bit intimidating when there's so few people to hide behind, and when the lights are up. But I feel like I'm gonna challenge you to be just a little bit brave, really, if for no other reason than because of the times in which we find ourselves. I feel like the necessity of being willing and able to open your mouth is so very pressing right now, especially in the middle of discomfort. So, I'm gonna challenge you. He's got my back. Thank you, buddy. This song is, this is called Love Every Time. And this song took a while to finish, but I was so happy when I finally did. And it has had a bit of an unintended urgency to it as of late. The lyrics of this song say, if it's hate that you rely on, it's going to be the hill that you die on. As for me and mine, we choose love every time. Every time. And so that's all the lyrics are. It's a call and response. I say, if it's hate that you rely on, you sing, if it's hate that you rely on. Just like that, back and forth. And I wanted to write this song because I feel like, as I was saying at the beginning of the set, so much of what tends to move this country forward is so deeply rooted in love. If you look at every giant leap we have taken, there are names that go along with those big actions. Ruby Bridges and her mother, Oliver Brown and his daughter, Jim Obergefell, Edie Windsor, and on and on and on. So many people who loved somebody else enough to insist, to demand better of this country, of ours. And I feel like the lessons neatly woven into this beautiful history of ours are what we need to get out of this mess we are in. But there's a reason they don't want to teach us history anymore. So, here's a history lesson for you. When I think back on the history of this country and how somebody's love paved the way for me, like Oliver Brown and his daughter, like Ruby Bridges and her sweet mother. Every time our laws are in need of changing, it's always love, 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 love that does the rearranging. If it's hate that you rely on, it's gonna be the hill that you die on. As for me and mine, we choose love every time. For Evelyn Thomas Butts so loved her people. Oh, that seamstress sewed clothes, the poll tax loophole. She and Annie Harper went to the Supreme Court to say citizens deserve to vote, even if they're black or poor. Every time our laws are in need of changing, oh, it's always love, 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 love that does the rearranging. If it's hate that you rely on, it's gonna be the hill that you die on. As for me and mine, we choose love every time. If you look back on those landmark decisions and you see a way being made out of no way with precision, like Richard and Mildred did, like Edie Windsor, like Jim Obergefell, Jane Rouse, and April DeBoer. Every time our laws are in need of changing, well, it's always love, 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 love that does the rearranging. If it's hate that you rely on, if it's hate that you rely on, it's gonna be the hill that you die on. That you die on. As for me and mine, as for me and mine, we choose love every time. We choose love every time. Oh, you can't change somebody's mind until you change somebody's heart. You can look right in your history book and find love playing its part. If it's hate that you rely on, it's gonna be the hill that you die on. The hill that you die on. As for me and mine, as for me and mine, we choose love every time. We choose love every time. Oh, we choose love every time. Oh, we choose This is a song off the new album. This song is called Cancel Culture. And again, you know, it's just like the songs have just taken on such a meaning all of their own. This song was written, if you can believe it, well before Jimmy Kimmel. But so many of these songs are just feeling so increasingly relevant. Which I guess I should say thanks for making my album from 2021 feel like I was like a prophet. Thanks for that. But this song, this is about all those things that we could and should be canceling instead of people. We do have such an abundance of those things in this country of ours. And so that's what this song is about. This is a quintessential folk song. So if you hear something in there that makes you just want to, woo, have my consent, let that right out. And then at the end of this song, because folk music especially, I truly believe, does its job best when we do it together. As Dr. King said so beautifully all those years ago, he said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. We have seen just this month what it looks like when darkness attempts to drive out darkness. It doesn't work. So at the end of this song, I sing, drive out the darkness with the light. And Mucky Duck, I hope you'll answer me back. Drive out the darkness. Drive out the darkness. Now, I know we are in the home of Beyonce, but it says, make a joyful noise. It doesn't say sound like Beyonce. So, just sing. There's a whole lot in our culture I'd cancel if I could. Instead of banning books, I'd ban gerrymandering for good. The rich would feed the poor like the good Lord said they should. And every child, without exception, would feel loved and understood. No more whitewashing our history when the truth will set us free. No more watching corporate profits soar while people sink into poverty. No more telling kids they're flawed because you think that your God would. There's a whole lot in our culture I'd cancel if I could. There's a whole lot in our culture we should cancel right away. Instead of banning saying gay, we should ban racist holidays. Teachers should get to teach without worrying about their pay, or if they'll have an active shooter that they'll have to keep at bay. No more kids in bulletproof backpacks. It's a school, not a war. No more pretending that machine guns are what the Second Amendment was for. No more doing nothing because it's easier most days. Yeah, there's a whole lot in our culture we should cancel right away. There's a whole lot in our culture we could cancel if we tried. Instead of banning abortions, we could trust women to decide. Every size and shape of body could be normalized, and every type of mental illness could finally be destigmatized. No more squeezing and contorting into boxes we don't fit. No more saying that we're fine when we're not, but scared to admit it. No more telling little boys it's better not to cry. Yeah, there's a whole lot in our culture we could cancel if we try. We've been marching in these streets, singing we shall overcome, praying all the world would give up all their bombs and all their guns. I just want peace of every kind for the whole world tonight, and to believe that Martin was right. We can drive out the darkness with the light. Drive out the darkness. Drive out the darkness. We can drive out the darkness with the light. Drive out the darkness. Drive out the darkness. We can drive out the darkness with the light. Drive out the darkness. Drive out the darkness. We can drive out the darkness with the light. Thanks so much, everybody. I'm going to sing two more for you. And then I'm going to pretend like you wanted one more.
We did.
Perfect. This is one that was written before this most recent presidential election. It took a little bit of time to feel like it was okay to sing this song again. But, my ancestors, they stay on me, giving me a hard time, keeping me on the job, reminding me of things when I need reminding of things. And I did need reminding. I definitely did need reminding. That even though the landscape is just so vastly different than so many of us hoped and prayed it would be, the mission is unchanged. Forward. Ever forward. Not left, not right. Forward. This song is called Not One Step Back. And the words are very simple. Forward, forward, not one step back, not one step back. I hope you will sing those words. Can you sense it all over? A new day is dawning. Clear eyes, clearer hearts. The future is calling. No, we won't go back when we've come this far by faith. Hand in hand, we march on for a better tomorrow than yesterday. Forward, forward, not one step back, not one step back. Forward, forward, not one step back, not one step back. Can you hear it all around you, like the turning of the tide? Gay and straight, black and white, old and young alike. No, we won't go back. We've got so much work to do. Brick by brick, we press on to rebuild this world anew. Forward, forward, not one step back, not one step back. Forward, forward, not one step back, not one step back. Can you hear it? Our power roaring out like thunder, like justice, like righteousness, like a mighty, mighty stream. No, we won't go back. The world is watching us. Choose a hope, choose peace, choose love, choose love, choose love. Forward, forward, not one step back, not one step back. Forward, forward, not one step back, not one step back. Forward, forward, not one step back, not one step back. Forward, forward, not one step back, 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 not one step back. Well, this song was written after the election. And this was released on Inauguration Day with an awful lot of intention behind that. This song is called Sleeves Up. And I hope that this song will be your mantra for these next, hopefully just 2 years, not 4. Everybody ready to work so hard for those midterms? Texas, we're watching y'all. We're watching. We're watching. We're always watching Texas. That next day after the election, I woke up feeling a little different than I think a lot of folks felt. And I think it's only because 2016 had been so very traumatic for me. At that time, I was in an interracial marriage living in Virginia. My former in-laws, their home was just a stone's throw from Charlottesville, where Nazis were already marching through the streets. So you can imagine how it felt to wake up that next day to what my next 4, possibly 8 years were going to look like. And I think it's only because of that this time I woke up feeling steeled and ready. Because we already know how to do this. Because we have already done this. And because there are more of us doing it this time. And then I heard the Vice President of the United States of America say, while I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign. The fight for our country is always worth it. Always worth it. This is Sleeves Up. We didn't win this time, and that's all right. It doesn't mean that we won't still win this fight. And it's a little darker now, but that's all right. It makes it easier to gather up the light. So wipe your face dry, roll your sleeves up. Even when they knock you down, you get back up, you don't give up. I know it hurts so bad to be so close, to have your dreams seem to all go up in smoke. And I know you're scared now, I know you're tired, but keep your mind set on freedom and your eyes on the prize. Wipe your face dry, roll your sleeves up. Even when they knock you down, you get back up, you don't give up. I know it feels like this is the end, but if we stop hoping, we stop fighting, and that's how a tyrant wins. It's not a marathon, it's not a sprint, it's a 1,000-day relay race, so rest and resist again. Wipe your face dry, roll your sleeves up. Even when they knock you down, you get back up, you don't give up. Even when they knock you down, you get back up, you don't give up. We didn't come this far just to come this far when there's so much left to lose. We didn't come this far just to come this far when the future's ours to choose. We didn't come this far just to come this far and not get what we were due. We didn't come this far just to come this far, so put on your marching shoes. Wipe your face dry, roll your sleeves up. Even when they knock you down, you get back up, you don't give up. Wipe your face dry, roll your sleeves up. Even when they knock you down, you get back up, you don't give up. Wipe your face dry, roll your sleeves up. Even when they knock you down, you get back up, you don't give up. Even when they knock you down, you get back up, you don't give up. No, you don't give up. No, you don't give up. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody. Thanks so much, y'all. I'm going to sing one last one for you. And this song kind of just fell out of the sky one day heading through Pennsylvania. And it kind of felt like it was supposed to be a freedom song. Like it was supposed to be just voices. Not anything else, just voices. And so that's how I think I'm going to always sing it. This song is called Forged in Fire. And it is also a call and echo song. I sing it, you echo it back. And when I wrote it, I thought people would only want to sing the chorus. But no, they like to sing the whole thing, and that's fine. I don't mind one bit. But the part I really want you to sing, the words I really want you to keep in you, on your heart, this next little bit. When faith is hard to find.
When faith is hard to find.
When hope is on the decline.
When hope is on the decline.
Remember, hate gets tired.
Remember, hate gets tired.
Keep that steel in your spine.
Keep that steel in your spine.
Is there fire in your eyes? Then we can melt that ice. If we stand and fight, we're gonna be alright. Is there fire in your heart? Then you can do your part. Be a shot in the dark till that powder sparks. When faith is hard to find,
Faith is hard to find.
when hope is on the decline,
When hope is on the decline.
remember hate gets tired.
Remember, hate gets tired.
Keep that steel in your spine.
Keep that steel in your spine.
When faith is hard to find,
Faith is hard to find.
when hope is on the decline,
When hope is on the decline.
remember hate gets tired.
Remember, hate gets tired.
Keep that steel in your spine.
Keep that steel in your spine.
Is there fire in your mind? Then get on the front line. 'Cause old thinking dies. It's just a matter of time.
Just a matter of time.
Is there fire in your feet?
Is there fire in your feet?
Then start marching to the beat.
Start marching to the beat.
No backing down, no retreat.
Backing down, no retreat.
Till everybody gets free.
Everybody gets free.
When faith is hard to find,
Faith is hard to find.
when hope is on the decline,
When hope is on the decline.
remember hate gets tired.
Remember, hate gets tired.
Keep that steel in your spine.
Keep that steel in your spine.
When faith is hard to find, when hope is on the decline,
Hope is on the decline.
remember hate gets tired.
Remember, hate gets tired.
Keep that steel in your spine.
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 Keep that steel in your spine. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you so much for being here tonight. My name is Chris Matthews. Thank you so much for listening.
No, I've